Hi everybody, Gabby here with your battle of the day. It is Thursday. It's really all that's going on. I'll admit, I'm actually a little bit more tired than I should be because I stayed up way too late last night playing Life is Strange. Amazing ending, by the way. And by that, I mean a lot of people were upset with the, oh, Chansey? Really? Is that what I'm dealing with first thing in the morning? Oh, crap. I got like 6 hours of sleep, so... Yeah, so today it's Chansey fun time. I'll get back to Life is Strange in a bit. I'm gonna have to try and think through this because this person has an Amoonguss, a Suicune, a Lopunny that's probably a Mega, Landorus, and a Salamence that I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Mega, which means we are in Chansey City. Ugh, okay. Well, here's what I do know. Toxic would help a lot, and Milotic doesn't care about a lot of things I see here. Same thing with Metagross. Scrafty would be great, but so would Landorus. I definitely want Scrafty. I could bring Entei to burn things. I could bring Landorus to do Landorus speedy things. I think I'm gonna bring Entei. This might be a mistake. I'm nervous about that Suicune. Okay, anyways, back to Life is Strange. I'm apparently using these battle videos to talk about things that aren't Pokemon now while I wait for Pokemon things to talk to. I hope that's okay with you guys. Without getting into spoilers, it's an amazing ride. The game promises that all the choices you make will have some impact, and they do. But not in the ways that I think a lot of people expected, and I did not expect a Mega I keep assuming the Lopunny's Mega. I did not expect a Lopunny Suicune lead. That being said, Suicune's probably gonna Tailwind, so I'm just gonna Toxic it. Lopunny, I wouldn't be surprised if it faked out this turn. That being said, the worst thing that could happen would be a fake out Scald Burn, which I don't think will happen, so I'm just gonna go for it. This action will have consequences, she says, as Lopunny does Mega Evolve, so I don't have to worry about being factually inaccurate like I was when I was assuming that it was Mega, which means we will probably see the fake out connecting with Metagross here, but that's okay. We can work around that. No, Lopunny goes for the high jump kick onto Metagross, which crits, but Metagross lives and nails the Zen Headbutt, which does KO. What just happened there? I don't know. Holy crap. Suicune also goes for Scald into Metagross, so that crit may or may not have mattered. I'm gonna assume it did. Thankfully, I got rid of Mega Lopunny before anything happened, so we're both Megaless, but I feel like my matchup going forward without my Mega is at least decent. The one bad thing that could happen here would be if he sends in Amoonguss. But because Suicune is still on the field, screw it. Entei has Protect. I can switch out. I have to send in Entei. He sends in Landorus despite Milotic having competitive? Okay. So the bad news here is that Entei is at -1, but the good news is that Entei wouldn't have stayed in here anyways, so I'm gonna switch out. This action will have consequences. I just want that butterfly to, like, show up on my video every time I make a move. I am gonna go for Ice Beam here. If he has Amoonguss in the back, it'll do more damage. If he has Chansey in the back, then whatever. It's fine. I mean, I could risk the burn, but I don't want to burn Chansey. I want to Toxic Chansey, or have Scrafty do Scrafty things to Chansey, or Entei to do not dying to Chansey things to Chansey. Anyways, Intimidate will connect with Suicune and Landorus. Landorus goes for the Protect. I mean, my play here with Ice Beam was fairly obvious. Suicune does go for Tailwind, so both of these things mean that Landorus is probably not Scarfed or Choice Spect or anything. But that being said, I have Fake Out on the field now. Oh, I promised I wouldn't say that. Oh. Okay, so, note to self, find new segues. Sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna go for Ice Beam again. I am gonna fake out Suicune, actually. Landorus can't kill Milotic in one turn, even if it's Super Mega Ultra Crits. And Suicune, more turns on it means more... Oh, Suicune protects anyway. That's fine. Which means Landorus is probably going for an Earthquake. which is fine. It's at -1. No, Landorus just goes boom. It's still fine. It's at -1. It's not even normal gem explosion. Like, this was a perfect turn. The only thing I could have done better there would have been to predict the explosion and then recover on Milotic instead of Ice Beam, but whatever, man. I mean, well, actually, no. I could have faked out the Landorus, but I wasn't expecting Tailwind Explosion. I don't know if you were expecting Tailwind Explosion. I mean, he didn't even have, like, a explosion-enabling item. Like, and there's Chansey. Okay, so the plan from here on out is to Toxic Chansey. I know it probably has Rest. And to save Scrafty for later. So let's do this. If I can get it down to Chansey versus Scrafty, I'm fine. If this turns into a stall match, I'll probably just forfeit. Alright. Suicune does go for Scald into the Entei slot. I knew that was gonna happen, but I had no choice, unfortunately. Chansey goes for Minimize. Oh god, here we go. So, Toxic will not connect with Chansey. Alright guys, it's one of these games again. So I'm gonna make a couple assumptions based off of VGC rules. Which is that if I can make it like 10 minutes from this point, then I'm fine. I'm not sure if I'll even record that much. We'll see what happens. I didn't say that being said, so anyways, I could roll for another Toxic, but honestly, I don't really want to. He's just gonna press the Minimize button again, and if I'm gonna be rolling for moves connecting with Chansey, I'd much rather do that once Suicune is out of the way and is no longer a threat to Entei. So I'm going to go for the Protect and Scald onto Suicune. I doubt Suicune's gonna Protect here. I mean, Tailwind is still up, right? Yep. So Suicune goes for another Scald. Chansey goes for Toxic onto Milotic. That's just not fair, man. That's just not fair. Anyways, Scald will connect with his Suicune because it's not at +2. Does damage. And I believe Suicune will die to Toxic definitely next turn. Yes. So, now what? Gabby asks. That's a good question, Gabby. Well, Tailwind has petered out, and Entei is usually faster than Suicune for things. So let's start rolling for Toxic to connect with Chansey, and I'm actually going to try and set up a substitute on Entei. Scald will probably break it, but I can't send in Scrafty here. I can't risk losing Scrafty, and I don't want Entei to die quite yet. So by substituting, I'll at least not die to Scald. I may get Toxic again, but I would Minimize. Like, I don't know why he tried to Toxic that turn, because I could have very well Toxic'd. Anyway, Toxic does connect with Chansey. There is a god. His name's probably Arceus. And Chansey goes for another Minimize. So it is now Chansey versus the world. If Chansey doesn't have Rest, we're fine. If Chansey does have Rest, I'm probably just gonna forfeit because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Like, at this point, it's 3 versus 1. I know Milotic is poisoned, but I could just play the timer here if I did it smart. And that's what you should do if this happens at VGC. Don't let Battle Spot, like, trick you into thinking that things are always terrible and awful and ugly. So let's see. Milotic can probably take one more turn of poison without me being super sad about it. I am gonna send in Scrafty here because I don't think he's gonna Toxic again. I think he's just gonna keep going for Minimize. I'm gonna try and set up Substitute on Entei again if he does try to Toxic. And then I'm just gonna press the Drain Punch button and hope for the best. And Intimidate making a big difference on what is essentially a stall Chansey set, obviously. Substitute does happen. Seismic Toss will connect with Scrafty. It'll do 50 damage, leaving Scrafty with 18 HP. Okay, this is fine. Seismic toss, toxic, minimize, possibly rest. So, let's see. I forget fake out. It's okay, so we are doing accuracy rolls for everything. I don't think it's worth, if I'm gonna do anything at this point, I need damage. So let's just do damage. Sacred Fire misses, Drain Punch misses, Chansey goes for Seismic Toss onto Scrafty. Okay. It might have been smarter to switch in Milotic there, actually. Also, another timer stall tip. I am not taking my full allotted time for moves here because I'm trying to make things go faster. Do that if this happens in VGC because you don't want to be me. You do not want to be me right now because I don't want to be me right now. This is awful. Okay. So, let's recover. And let's press the Sacred Fire button again. Yay! Stalling for time. Sacred Fire does connect! Surprising everybody, myself included. That being... I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Sacred Fire doesn't do enough damage, though, to make a difference here, unless Chansey Seismic Tossed again, and if Toxic works out, or if I can connect an attack with it next turn. And Seismic Toss doesn't even break Substitute. That's awesome. So, here's what's gonna happen. There's two possibilities. Chansey can heal, and none of my attacks connect next turn, and then I'm sad. Or one of my attacks connects next turn, and I win. Or Chansey can't heal, and I win anyways. Alright, let's play the RNG game! And the forfeit! Okay, so no rest on Chansey. Sweet! Well, thank you, Jose, for not drawing that out indefinitely. That was one of the better Chansey games I think I've recorded on this channel, so yay. If you liked what you saw, like the video on YouTube, tell your friends. We did hit 300 subscribers, like yesterday, which wasn't supposed to happen until next week. Like, I had this amazing plan for next week, but now I'm probably still gonna do it next week. So stay tuned for next week. 300 subs video, it's gonna be something you might expect if you think about next week, but I'm pretty excited about it because I think it's gimmicky enough. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. Wait for it.